Okay, you're attempting, right? Any challenges?
Yeah, Dheeraj. See, we are converting this less than or equal to directly into equation by removing that less than or greater
Correct,
than symbol.
correct.
And so the first equation will become like 1200 x1 plus 500 x2 equals to 50,000. And the second equation will become x1 plus x2 equals to 100.
Perfect.
Right? So now I'm stuck, like whether we have to like subtract this, like how to calculate the x1 and x2, that's what I'm not getting.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not able to.
Now take x1 value as 0 and calculate x2. What I told, take x1 value as 0, calculate x2. How much does it come to?
100, right?
Yeah, 100.
100 is the correct answer. Did you calculate? Do it in your notebook. Okay.
Yeah,
don't do it in head, and what happens is you don't get that clarity.
Yeah, that's correct. I'm using the notebook and pen.
Perfect. Yeah. Take x1 value as 0 and calculate x2. It should come to 0. Similarly, take x2 value as 0 and calculate x1. Okay. Tell me how much is the answer.
So in first equation, if you get like x2 value as 100, so then I'm going to substitute this 100 value into x2 and I'm going to find the x1, right?
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that?
Okay. So I had taken like in first equation, the first value for x1 as 0, so that my x2 is going to show as 100 as the value.
Correct.
So again, like in the next column, I have to take x2 as 0, then I have to calculate x1.
Perfect. Right? Yes, that is the way.
Okay.
You get 41.6.
That is absolutely correct. Yes.
It doesn't okay.
Because I'm getting a lot of decimals in the answer, so seems like I've made a calculation mistake.
No. It's there. The decimals are there. Please go ahead. You have got 41.67. Yes.
Yes.
Now go for it.
Yeah.
That's correct. That's why I was telling no, it will happen. In questions. Sorry, Anessa, I couldn't hear you.
The other critical points I was calculating.
Okay.
So seems like everything is away from the origin. One critical point comes as 100,0. Another comes as 0, almost 666.
Okay.
.67, and the point where the lines intersect, that is 37.77, 62.23.
Okay.
So this doesn't seem like the correct answer.
Okay. I haven't reached there yet. You calculate the cost. Sorry, profit. Sorry, and tell me. In the meantime, let me also solve it. Yeah. Let's match the answer then. If answer matches, then awesome. Yeah, we'll go from there. I'm actually drawing the graph. So pen and paper would be very quick. Drawing in this place, it's very weird.
I actually did a shortcut to admit to you. I just directly solved the equations before the
never do that. I'm telling you, so much is there in our course. No, if you skip certain steps, tomorrow you will be in doubt, especially on the day of the exam. You will be forgetting few steps. Yes. Unless you see, it looks very simple. You feel like, yeah, this is very simple, I can skip it because I know what is going to happen. But what happens is when you read this, then you read jet table, then you read that thing that was there today, PERT and CPM. Things get mixed up. So you seem to miss out certain steps. At least that happens. We are human beings, right? So never do that.
I just, after solving, I realized that I need all the critical points, not just one. So then I had to eventually draw it anyway.
Yeah. Okay, 0, 100, I got it.
Is it 25,500 profit Z value?
Give me 1 second. I'm just sorry. 1 second.
Maybe I'm not sure that I had done it correctly because there is no intersection happening at any of the. I got like in first equation, the values are like 0 and 100. X1 is 0 and X2 is 100. And in second equation, the starting point is for X2 is 41.67 and the end point is 0. Oh, I'm sorry. The X2 point is starting point 0 and the end point is 41.67.
1 second. I'm just solving it. 1 second. Yeah.
No.
Let me just share my screen so that you know where I am. Okay. Yes. So I have found out X1, X2. I plotted them. I have found out the points. I'm just figuring out the coordinates now. Do you agree with the reason that I have fixed? Yes? No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is 0, 100. B is our 100 and sorry, my bad, 41.6 and 41.67 and 0. So, and C is 100 and 0. Yes. Profit is 180 X1 plus 75 X2 is equal to 180 into X1 plus 75 into X2. I'll just simply copy paste. That becomes 18,000 is our final answer. Okay, now tell me where did you make mistakes if your answer is not matching, and we'll go from that. If I might also have made a mistake, so I'll also verify that. Yeah.
We have to substitute x1 and x2 value in that equation, right? What we had written, z equals to 180 x1 plus 75 x2.
Yes. Replace as in, sorry, can you elaborate a little bit? Replace as in, what do you mean?
We got x1 and x2, right? Means we need to find out which is the maximum value, like based on that ABC or wherever the intersection is happening.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
So
So-
you had shaded like backside, right? Less than less than equal to 50,000. So you had taken it backside. Means towards origin. Origin.
Less than means towards origin, more than equal to means opposite side of origin. Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
So if you look at it, red portion is for this equation 1200 x1, and this greenish portion is for x1 plus x2 is equal to 100. So this circle in the yellow line that I have put, that is your feasible region. Yes. So A, B, and C points, the extreme points.
A, B, and C. But they're not matching. They're not intersecting, right, with each other. Only at
No,
one point.
there is not necessary they'll intersect. If it is intersecting,
Okay.
then we'll find out the coordinates. That's different. Our purpose is to
maybe
find
that is
out the corner points and find out the profit.
Okay, that is my misconception. I thought only if the lines are getting intersect, then only we have to take those. That is the reason I went wrong somewhere.
No. Okay. All right. Okay. Others? John, did you get the answers? Anvesa?
Yes, Dheeraj.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Sami, did you get it? The final answers also?
Yeah, that's
awesome.
fine.
Now, with the little time that we have, let's at least create the objective function and constraint function for one question. Then you guys solve the question and tell me the answer. Next time we'll be meeting for DM discussion. We'll take up the probability side. Yes. Let's look at this question. I had one big question. Yeah, this is the one. Can you formulate the objective function, constraint function, and tell me the functions? And I'll give me 1 second. I'll share this question in the WhatsApp group. You do that, and I'll unshare in the meanwhile, and I'll solve it myself so that I can verify the answers. 1 second, please. Okay, I have posted the question in the WhatsApp. Please go ahead. I just need the objective function and constraint functions. That's all.
Shall I go?
Sorry, come again.
Or you solving? Shall I give it a try or?
Oh,
do
yes,
you
yes,
want
please.
us to wait?
Yeah. I haven't finished it, but amazing. If you have done it already.
No,
Please go
I
ahead.
have not finished it. I was just trying to get at the constraint equations.
Okay. Please.
So taking milk and each unit of milk and each unit of cocoa as variables, x1 and x2, then we can have
Oh, one second, one second. You have taken
no.
milk and cocoa
Sorry.
as the x1 and x2.
No. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. I mean, each unit required to manufacture A and B. That is x1 and x2.
Okay,
So,
fair enough.
x1 plus x2 will be less than equal to 5 in one equation, and 3x1 plus 2x2 will be less than equal to 12.
1 second. I'll just ask you to repeat that once more. 1 second. Okay. Can you repeat that once more, please? x1 plus x2. X1 plus x2
less than equal to 5.
Perfect.
And 3x1 plus 2x2 less than equal to 12.
Perfect. Then objective function?
Maximize z equal to 6x1 plus 5x2.
Perfect. That is absolutely correct. Yeah. Now, if you are doing it in the meantime when others are solving, you please solve the question. You can complete it. Others, how are you stuck? If you're stuck, please let me know. We can go ahead and discuss also. Not a problem.
No, it's clear.
Okay,
It's straightforward.
please
Right?
do.
We have to just segregate milk from unit A and unit B as one equation. X1
Yes,
x2
yes.
less than equal to 5, as
Yes.
Anvisha mentioned.
Absolutely.
And for cocoa, it is 3x1 plus 2x2
Yeah.
less than or equal to 2. And the profit will be like 6x1 plus 5x2.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, okay. John, you also got it, right?
Yeah. Got it.
Perfect. Please solve this question. Now it seems very easy, no? Once you solve it, this is nothing actually. Once you know the steps, no, there is literally no rocket science in it. You just have to know where to do what. And what happens is you have to practice this type of questions at least once in a span of 1 month. I'm telling you, this is very serious. Otherwise, what happens is you tend to forget those steps. Then you remember, I used to be able to solve this question, but I have forgotten what is happening here. So please do practice this question, and then another question is there. Another question is there. All I'm referring to is from Sir's PPTs that he had said in the Google Classroom. You can download it from there. If you want me to share it, I can share it through a screenshot. Not a problem. Please do practice. Next time onwards, we'll start off with probability thing.
Just before we close the class,
Please.
I want to just summarize the steps so that I can memorize it for the sake of it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So first thing is we need to identify the objective and constraint function.
Okay.
What are then we have to write down the equation, like what is my objective equation and what is my constraint equation. Okay. Then we are going to find the nodes. Like to find the nodes, we are just removing the less than or equal to symbol, and we are converting to. Okay.
Correct.
After that, like once we get the nodes, we are going to draw or plot the graph.
Correct.
By joining all these nodes. Okay.
Correct.
Then we are going to find the feasible area, like where this intersection or wherever the points are meeting. Like for example, if it is minimized, then it is towards origin. If it is maximized, then it's toward away from the origin.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Once we find out this ABC node or ABCD, whatever like interaction is happening, then we are going to get the x1 and x2 values from this intersection of all the nodes.
Correct.
And then we are going to calculate the profit by substituting this value x1, x2 into the formula, like for the equation, the z value. And once we get this z value, then if it is maximized problem, then we are taking the profit whichever value is maximized. If it is a minimized value, then we are going to take the least profit.
Yeah.
For the optimal.
Perfect. Yes.
Thanks.
Now, anybody who would be listening to you would also feel like you are skipping certain steps in between. What happens is you have understood topic so well that you're skipping certain steps. For example, building the first summarized table, you skipped that because you know how to do it right now. But do practice it whenever you are doing it. Even the answer paper also you do it. That's absolutely fine. So that happens. It's all right. Not a problem. That's actually
you can repeat those steps so that it will be helpful for the class.
No, I would rather recommend if you want to revise the steps, solve a question. That will revise your steps on very nicely, right? Solve a question.
Yeah.
Even the same question that you had solved yesterday, also you solve that question today. That would revise everything from start to end.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Mhm. No, just to make it like in a sequence, if you summarize in a minute, so that we will like able to keep it as a handy. If you just summarize it verbally, like what are the steps, what I summarized it, right? Similar way, if you can summarize.
Okay. Sure. I can do that. Not a problem. So first, very most important thing is be careful while reading the question. While reading the question, with every value, wherever the values are coming, do ask yourself whether it's a constraint or whether it's a objective. Yes. How to find out wherever there is a maximum or a minimum, then that's a maximum or minimum, then that's a constraint. Otherwise, it's an objective. Yes. Once you have done that, after reading the question, form that table, small table where you can summarize all the values in it and make it structural format so that it will be easy to understand for yourself, not for anybody else, just for yourself. Once you have done that, formulate the objective function and constraint function. Once you have formulated that, convert those functions, constraint functions, convert the constraint function to a two linear equations. How to do that? Just remove the less than equal to and more than equal to. Once you have done that, find out coordinates for those linear equations. How to find out? Always take x1 value on 0 and find out the x2 value. And the other one is x2 value 0 and find out the x1 value. Similarly, do for all the constraint equations. Once you have done that, plot those equations in a graph. Always and draw the line. Always right next to the line, write down the equation in the graph itself. And once you have done that, then find the feasible reason of each individual equation. How to find that? Again, if it is less than equal to, then towards the origin. If it is more than equal to, it's opposite side of the origin. Once you have found out feasible reason of each line, then find out the common area where all lines are feasible. So once you have found out that area, find out the extreme corners of that area. Once you have found out, name those corners A, B, C, D as the case may be. Then you formulate a table where you are going to calculate the cost or profit as the case may be. The table will have first column A, B, C, D, those points, then x1 and x2 as second column. You find out the coordinates from the graph itself. While finding the coordinates, if a particular line is coinciding the x-axis or y-axis, the coordinates you can find out from the table itself, from the coordinates that you use to draw the line itself. If two lines are intersecting each other, then in order to find the coordinates, solve the equation. Take the equation of first line, take the equation of second line, and solve both the equations and find out the x1 and x2 values. That will be the coordinate of that particular intersection point. Once you have found out all the coordinates for all the feasible points, extreme feasible points, then calculate the cost or profit as the case may be using the objective function. Now, using those values of profit or cost as the case may be, take the decision which one is maximum, that is for profit, which one is minimum, that is for cost. That is a solution. So in a nutshell, that would be it. I don't think I finished that in 1 minute, but yeah, most of it is in that discussion.
Yeah, that's, the time is not a constraint. It was just
not required, Sunny. Solve a question. That should be rather more important. That's
Thank
all.
you.
Then any other discussion, any other question, please? Okay, we'll wind up then.
I think now I'm like somewhat like confident, like I can solve linear programming.
Yeah. Same thing will happen for all the chapters actually. So not a problem.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. Neeraj, you took the income tax today, right? Morning?
Yes. In the afternoon, I took income tax. Yes.
Yeah. How's what the portions